My golden child sister married my sister's ex and humiliated her at a family party. So my brother-in-law gave her the biggest reality check and rubbed salt on the wound. When my sister Sally was born, she had some form of medical condition which led doctors to believe that she wouldn't survive at all. But my parents never gave up. They spent money and time for her treatment and a miracle happened. Since then they have coddled Sally to death. Sally always had to have good things. I mostly got Maya's hand-me-downs, which I didn't mind, but it sucks that I was the forever neglected middle child. But Maya took most of it. Maya was the oldest and the scapegoat. For some weird reason Sally was always in competition with Maya, and I am sure my parents also pitted them against each other too. Maya was always supposed to behave and never complain, while Sally was a brat. If Maya had a dollhouse, Sally had a bigger dollhouse. If Maya did something good my parents would just say good job and go on about their life. But if Sally even won a participation trophy they would take her to Chuck E. Cheese when she was young, but as she grew, they just threw parties. Since then Maya has been walking on eggshells around my parents. She would always be grounded and we couldn't even complain when Sally would bully us because as a special child. Sally was also awful towards me. She would often abuse me and even steal my stuff and my parents wouldn't do anything. And like I mentioned Sally was always in competition with Maya. One summer Maya gained weight so Sally gained weight on purpose. Then Maya lost weight by using an Avi burn box so Sally bought the same one and lost weight rapidly too. I remember Maya saying in high school that she has a crush. What does Sally do? Make out with that crush in front of Maya. My parents didn't even save enough for college for either of us, but luckily for Maya, she got a scholarship to Princeton. I had to take out a loan. The last straw for Maya was when she was dating this guy in college. She brought him home when they were on vacation. She caught Sally and him having sex in the basement. It was a poop storm after that. My parents did berate Sally, but after a few days they were like, hey, what happened. It will be wrong to separate these love birds. That was it for Maya. She screamed at them that she has endured their abuse for all these years but not anymore. She cut off contact. There was a lot of tension. Some of my uncles and aunts were divided. Sally was just as shameless as she was and went on to date Maya's ex. Maya eventually got over it and met a nice guy and got married. She did invite our parents but not Sally. My parents didn't go but I did. Now she is currently pregnant with her first child. My parents reached out to her and although Maya was skeptical she agreed to reconcile. So, our family has this big dinner once a year at their place where all the relatives and cousins are invited. Maya came along with her husband, Adam. Sally was also there with her husband Douche, Maya's ex. Throughout the evening I noticed Sally tried to be closer to Adam, but he would just shove her off. When it was time for dinner, my parents made a toast. Then Sally stood up and said that she was so lucky to be here and that she almost died when she was young. Barf. She then redirected to Maya and said, sis, I know it must be hard for you because your ex is now my husband, but thanks for the blessing. I know it must be hard for you to be here knowing how hard it was for you to compete with me, but I applaud your bravery. This was the moment Adam stood up and shouted at Sally. There was a video recording because one of my cousins was asked to record the dinner, so I transcribed what was said. Adam, huh? What is that supposed to mean? Sally, what do you mean? Adam, you literally just insulted my wife in front of me. I want to know what the hell do you mean that she is competing with you? Sally, oh Adam, you have no idea? Maya has always been pining for Douche. I know it is sad that he fell in love with me but I am happy she let it go. Adam, yeah, I am also glad that she is with me rather than your perverted husband who has been hitting on every girl cousin here. Sally, how dare you speak about my husband? Adam, how dare me? How dare you speak to my wife like that? Sally, who the F do you think you are? Queen of England? I won't even make you Queen of Garbage Island. Dad, hey watch it. Adam, no. I will not. I will not sit here and watch as your useless daughter is talking crap about my wife. Sally was crying at this point but that didn't stop Adam. Adam, how dare you insult my wife, you a-hole? You think you are so effing special because you were a miracle baby? Well guess what? I was a rainbow baby too but I am not as annoying as you are. You are not the only miracle baby in this world, you dumb SS. There are millions of others. They just don't beach about it like you do. What else did you do to think you deserve the world? What do you have to show for? My wife was a valedictorian who earns 6 figures. She has respect in the society. What do you have except for your attitude? You are a college dropout who has no life skills and has been mooching off her parents. Your entire life is borrowed from your sister. Sally, stop it. Adam, I will not. You want to hear the truth? The truth is that you are a piece of crap. Nobody will miss you if you die. Nobody likes you. Not a single person in your family except for you mom and dad who failed to raise you. Mom, stop it, or else I will throw you out. Adam, I don't give a rat's butt. Looks at Sally, and you know what? Everyone saw how disgusting you are trying to seduce the husband of your own sister. Sally, practically sobbing. I was just trying to be nice. Adam, oh, like how you were trying to be nice when Maya brought Douche home? Is this how you say hello in your family? Effing outsiders. How about I F your dad and husband to express my gratitude? Do not take me for a fool. I know what you were trying to do. Dad, that's it, you are going way out of line. Adam, no, I'm making a line between your SLT daughter and ours. How shameless are you? Your own daughter is trying to sabotage the marriage of your own oldest daughter and you are silent? Where was this energy of yours when Maya was crying in her room? Or when her own boyfriend was cheating on her with her sister? Is this the morals you taught your daughter? Do you even have empathy for your other kids? Your son and Maya had to suffer a lot because your own daughter is the effing Miss Trunchbull. Where was your attitude then? Would you have held Maya accountable if she slept with one of Sally's boyfriends? Answer me. Dad, I don't need to answer a stranger. Adam, I am not a stranger. I am your daughter's husband. I have every right to speak about it. I have every right to call out on your daughter's BS. Listen Sally, You think people actually like you? Well, we don't. None of us in this room full of 50 people like you in the slightest. You really think that you are pretty and that guys will just fall for you? Well, you are an ugly a-hole. Your personality is worth a paper bag. The only reason why your husband is even married to you is because you faked a pregnancy and then faked a miscarriage. Even the guy who is a cheater and a pervert doesn't want to be with you. And you did all of that for who? This guy? Points at douche. He is nothing but your sister's sloppy seconds. You don't even deserve her sloppy thirds. What achievements do you have except for being a miracle child? You are a pathetic woman in her 20s who is still mooching off her parents. Just looking at you so irritatingly sobbing like a poor victim makes my skin crawl. You are not special. You are just an entitled brat that everyone hates. That was it. The room was silent and then Mom spoke. Mom, Maya, your husband is insulting us. Maya, Adam, grab your coat, we are leaving. I've had enough of this. Mom, you are not going to do anything? Maya, actually no, I will not. They left and then our cousins just sat and ate dinner. I was basically laughing quietly behind my wine glass when my mom caught me. She said, "Why are you smiling? You think this is a joke?" Me. Well no. Mom, God, you are so ungrateful. Some guy just insulted your sister and you are sitting here laughing? Me. Mom, please, we still have guests. The rest of the evening was basically Sally crying and making a scene. My cousins were sharing the video in our family group chat making fun of Sally. Yes, the chat has everyone including Maya and her husband. Except for Sally and her husband.